Cafe Coffee Games, Part 10? Or it's 11? It's one of the two. Let's see if I can do the boss. The only problem with the upward spell attack is that I know where it is. Only problem is I don't know where that is. I know where it is, I just don't know how to get there. Let's say hypothetically one could get there. Oh yeah. I just don't remember how. Oh yeah. Remember with the knockback thing? It's a lot more porting to me. Bosses in the game, with Hornet falling up relatively close. As you can see, it's much easier with delete enemy attack. Okay. Yes. Is this for nothing? Good. As there always should be. Nothing. Upgrade when we get to movement, we'll probably be able to get around the environment. Consume the Monarch Wings. Press Z while in air to tap the wings. Use these ethereal wings to sail above enemies and discover new paths. Enough said. Wings of ethereal matter that simmer in the darkness allows one to jump again mid-air. That's all they do, but you'd be surprised how one extra jump gets you a lot further. Of course, the dash did get us pretty far. Heck, even the spell attack got us pretty far. It's because the dash don't got that many like expert ace and uses, and I guess I could show off one of the dream bosses. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die, but at least when you die in a dream, you don't die in a real life. Because, well, dream's only a nightmare if you can't wake up. My fault. Come on. Thank goodness I've got rubs on equipped. Wait, what are my charms? Okay, that's what they are. Remember, the most powerful combat charm is a Wayward Compass. Lost twin. This is extreme. Reforms do double damage. But the thing could be a context, but maybe I'm just stuck. No. I think the only thing you forfeit is your soul, but remember that doesn't matter. Oof. Almost all matter. I wonder if you can dream all these guys. The 40 gap back. You know what? Actually, it's one of the few of these that I am going to read up on. I do have its reason. I do have my reasons. Single-celled organism completely infected. Oh, yes, boss. Oh, yes, boss. Well, I guess I should just go through this list, because I forgot stuff. The lingering dream of a fallen warrior, executed for crimes against the king. A life defined by tragedy and triumph. Death married by sorrow and regret. A spirit burdened by sins and memories. Better to wander the world than to be cursed by glory. 0. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior. A mysterious life form claimed to contain all of the world's knowledge inside of its disinterred mind. Sorry, something had come up. I had to deal with it, but yes, where was I? All knowledge within its disinterred brain. I am Gorb. No eyes. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior. Disappeared during the plague. They're coming. Inside of you. Strip it out. No eyes. Okay. Bosses. Satyr corpse. Reanimated by infected parasites. The shape of this creature. I've seen something like it before. More than once. Perhaps it looks like the little bugs of Hollowness, but quite not say. Where do these empty wanderers come from? Boss. There's been a lot of talk about infection controlling the minds of various creatures in this world. Infection was most commonly called the infection. I know it was serious, right? But it tended to drive bugs to madness. Hence why the husks are still walking around way after their death. Continuing the roles that they had in mind, because it kind of overrides their free will. Kingdom tried everything in its power to stop its infection, but the Hollow Knight sacrifice was not enough to stop it. There's a reason I skipped over that, Benz. Finally, we can explore a bit more. The palace grounds. This is where the king's palace was. As you can see, it's a good bit below the capital. A bit weird, it's buried in the city, but corpse in white armor. Just gotta kind of too strong though. We have to finish upgrading the dream nail. Where have you gone, dear king? Ooh, it's a secret, the hidden station. Yes, I'd like to buy stag station. Of course, they did logical things to stop the infection, close off forms of transport, shut down the stag stations, obviously, close the way to the city. Kind of think of like what you want to do. Oh yeah. Speak. What station's this? Hidden all the way at the bottom of the world? Just checking if I'm actually recording, because that would be bad. Until I heard the bell calling, I didn't know stag stations traveled so deep. You discovered something quite astounding, little one. No matter how old I grow, the world keeps surprises like this stowed away. I'm gonna go into Crystal Peak because there's some stuff up there. First, things in the game do change over time. Time is not stagnant in this game. For example, after collecting the Monarch rings, these crossroads become the infected crossroads, trading some enemies out for their infected variants, and changing the layout of the area, slightly cutting off certain pathways. But other than that, it's virtually the same. Also, a big amount of infection here. Oh, also, it's noted in canon a few times that the infection has the goblets of orange juice stuff actually has a sweet taste to them, which is interesting. It has a connection to light, and it seems to change the physiology of bugs sometimes. As you can see with the Vince flies, the infected Vince flies. Let's go meet our friend. Oh. Oh no. Very priest in his. Is there any more? I prefer if your AI got stuck on swinging from you from afar. Bury my mother pale inside. It's gonna be hard to get all the Dreamnail dialogue from her. Come on, I don't want to fight you either. Bury my sisters 2 by 2. Okay. Sorry! But the infection, well, what causes the infection also kind of lives in crystals. Not exactly, but the crystal's light can carry the infection, causing our little friend down there, forgotten her name, to gain it, the infection. Wait. Either I just remembered where the upgrade for the downward one is, downward whatever, that one. Either I remember the location for that, or I probably should have went to their mouth from the negative. Not their mouth. Wait, no, I can't. Got work on. No, I can't. I'll just get the normal way. Or it's the shriek attack. The upward one, the big old scream. Then I plan to go to the Tunage, so I can fight Hornet. Then get the then I'll be able to get the upgrade for it. Yeah, there's an upgrade for all the spells. Wait, the upgrade doesn't get a different description. Shade Soul, Thunder Spear, the Flight Foes, Fly Forward and Burn Foes. Burn. A bit more powerful than before. Of course, that's annoying the fact that I also have this shaman stuff equipped. Put some oomph behind stuff. Oh yeah, you can also drink this Anemone for free. Soul juice. But it does allow for the monarchies to allow for faster movement through the world. There's still technically one more upgrade to movement, but it's less than an upgrade to movement and just an upgrade to one of the movement adders. If you know what I mean. You know what? Remember the Crystal Guardian? 13 races better. Same boss except double damage. Should I probably take him? Maybe. But let's hold off for a little bit. I just want to show that off. Well, I might have to end up fighting again if my soul's in the middle room, but you know what I mean. Yeah. I plan to go to Hallnest's Peak, or well, it's called the Crown, actually. Come on, don't do that. Bro, I didn't want to do this right. So be it. get a spirit orb. Oh no, you get a mask. Nice, I don't have to sit on the fence. Oh, boss. He's like a boss, like a kind of feels like a mini boss, but all the bosses in this game kind of feel like mini bosses, to be honest. Like, not insulting the game at that, but yes, the Crystal Guardian. Heavyset miner from the Crystal Peaks, overcome by crystal growth, discharging beams of light from its crystallized limbs. How does the world look to this creature, gazing out from within its crystal prison? Does it only see light? Is this what drives into a frenzy? Yes. You may have noticed several times that there is a connection between light and infection. I'm checking something. Between light and infection. They seem to go hand in hand, more often than not, light causing infection. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes infection causing infection. But you know what's funny? Corona, as in coronavirus. Well, Corona means light. And, the infection has things to do with light, so I'm just saying, King Jerry predicted the future. Oh yeah, something other thing. One of those Crystal Guardians, here's their younger siblings. I do find it funny in Hollow Knight, I just keep casually bringing up genocide. Like, oh, thousands of people died in these mines, the king really didn't care. If thousands of bugs lost their minds with the crystals in these mines, you know, basic stuff. Thousands of bugs presumably died to infection, even turning on their loved ones. You know, the usual. Also, if they have like orange eyes, or even emanate light, they probably are infected, like these guys down here are infected, so they just return to the base, whatever that may be. Although, if they have some sort of duty in life, it's also imprinted upon their husk. For example, the miners still mine, the guards still do their patrols, and, well, the rich still covet. If you dream know them, they say it's all mine, you can't have it. I've ever seen the 9 Geo that they have on person at all times. Pogo nail? Okay. Ah. Oh, I don't have the pogo nail. Light danger. Oh, I'm gonna read the line. A lot of the enemies have similar-ish dream dialogue, like that they're hungry and stuff, and they're afraid, and there's danger in the light. You know, the usual things that bugs that have been driven to madness by glow-in-the-dark disease. And the infection is said to have one source, although I don't think I've gotten to the point where it brings it up. It only had one source. The patient Xerath this is Hall Ness's crown. Very strange area with all this white energy stuff, but gotta work. A monument to a forgotten god. Oh wait, I already read that lore. This is the crown of Holmest. Top of the world. See, I told you. I'm having a miniature stroke with mine. Alright. Ah! Okay, now that I have the monarch, I should head towards Kingdom's Edge. Wait, no, I'll plan, okay. Remember how I said I want that thing that I keep talking about, but I never get because I can't do the upward spell? Well, okay, I have a solution. I actually might know how to get to it. It involves going to, Fog Canyon. Oh yeah, you may be wondering, is there a way to check if this is a false grub? Yeah. First of all, false grubs will give you a soul, and there's actually one situation where that's actually pretty useful. It's in the Coliseum of Fools where they try to bamboozle you, but true grubs stay home and then the false ones don't say any. Well, they say kill and stuff, so. He's going to Godfather. You know, the Godfather sounds like a character in a mafia movie about bugs or something. Like Godfather. It's like, you know, bugs in Australia. Yeah, this is actually accurate of what happens underneath an Australian couch. Do you not believe this? Most bugs in the bug kingdom. Every weapon I can fit on my body all at once. Beetles. Knife. I hate this area. Which I just find funny. So Aspen Hollow Knight is accurate-ish to beetle biology, because a lot of the bugs in this game appear to be beetles, but there are obviously others, like the butterflies, worms, moths, moss, things, a slug, yes, a slug, worm, spelled like a dragon, axle worms, sentient plants of various millions in kind, mantises, there's a manti. Okay, we're gonna move downward, and near the bottom bench, you can see an area that's been explored. I think that's either the upgrade for the, oh, I was gonna do it, the downward, soul attack, or it's the shriek. And both are valid options. He's pretty hungry though. Although it does put them back on base instincts, it doesn't exactly mean it's gonna be able to properly survive, because terrible idea. If I do this again. The thing about the Monarch things is that it allows you to stay in one place for longer. I jumped in. There better be enemies down here to give me solar at least. I was used to be a false grub, but I know you're not. Even though I hate this enemy because it killed me so often, I'm fine. Now let's check, is it infinitely respawning? Basically, on any creature with a ranged and a melee attack, you want to bait the ranged one and go in melee distance. And then if you're moving back, if you're going in melee, we'll just go and bait the The best part about this shortcut is that it deactivates these things forever. You don't ever have to deal with it again. Still working on downward movement. Ah, that's cap bar, not tab. Tab for a cause. Guy here's record scratch. You may wonder how I got in this situation. No, I didn't hear anything. Oh, green? Jeez, I know I hate those guys, but really? Well, I can keep this interesting by going to different. Is that a good idea? No, probably not. Thankfully, this game make it up by letting me just do this. And I don't have to deal with this again. And I can just... Oh, really? Turn the crystal dust all the way through. Where is it? Is it above me or below me? Okay, this is the room, the bench. I just wanted to sit here so I got someone nearby there. But I don't think there's a bench in that area over there. At least near it. That's the word. Oh wow! I think something wrong with there. They're not supposed to give out an entire crystal. They're just supposed to give out, you know, that. Okay, that was a bit weird. Spell. I don't know. Oh yeah, I remember why I can't get there. It's not that I didn't have crystal, that was just too dark. Okay, there's something going on here. Do it again, do it again. Okay. That's weird. They're supposed to just give out the crystal. Now, mind you, I don't like either, but I just think it's interesting. Oh, you can also just hit them back, like, and damage them. Also, that guy that was on that board that I got the upgrade for the this for, you could probably dream nail him, and it was probably free. But also, I don't understand Freeze Tournament. Ah. Well, you know what I have to do. This is the crystallized mound. Like the ancestral mound, but it's made out of crystal. Nice. Yeah. I would say I'm doing a pacifist run through here, but we both know that would be a lie. I cannot crystal dust off those. Well, I just want to smack this little room, but I guess I won't. Amazing. Fun fact, there is no script. What do you gotta say? Really? Okay. I'll help you out. I can always help a strong enemy. Oh. Okay, descending guard. Yeah. Ah, no. You know, it's the same attack, but burnt. Oh. Strike the force with a concentrated force of soul and shadow. These forces can destroy foes or to break through fragile structures. Yes, the force of shadow and soul. Also, in case you want to know what's down here. Wait, what is that? Just checking the full time of the video, can just 30 minutes. I gotta check on something though. What annoys me about Hollow Knight is it makes my computer fans go whirl, whir, burr. It's this way. Yeah, I plan to go to the Cave Nash. What's this way? Oh! Oh! It's the Blue Lake. This is the lake. It's above the city. It's where the water comes from. Remember Coral talking about it raining here? This is the source. Oh hey, not Coral. How's your day been?
Sorry,
God, what a calm place. It's accent I want. Vicious and deadly combat. Oh, Tiso. This scenario is aboard. Okay, discount Captain America. The peaceful dole.
Sana.
No community war crimes. This place calls to me. Somewhere beyond this lake, perhaps? He's probably got a few others, but... who really cares? As you can see, there's the infection smoke coming from the infected crossroads. Egg detected. Egg extracted. You know what, since I have a sense of humor, we can read that one off too. Egg. Egg. Bold sack. Planted but putrid creature. Hold rancid egg within its gut. Easily tracked in if you have a distinct smell. I suggest you do not eat the eggs. One of the few times I entirely agree with the hunter. I don't know why anyone would try to eat the eggs. Like, if you're gonna eat an egg, like, boil it or something. Don't rancid it. As you can see... Oops, up here. Now text me. Pretty hard to get up there. Oh, I'm joking. I know how to get up there. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Hello! I'm back.
Pedro Masubo.
Striking. Love me. Crystal set in the center. Lovely, isn't it? Exquisite, even. I heard this crystal helps you focus, so it's something you want to do. If you're interested in that, take this video. This allows you to heal 2 health with 1 heal, although it takes twice as long. Might as well get another charm slot since we're here. Yeah, this, anything else? Anything else you gotta tell me?
Pedro Masubo.
There's so many jokes I can make about her. Where is it? There's a crystal. Quick focus. Oh no, this one makes it go faster. Increases the speed of focusing soul, allowing the bear to hail damage quicker. Okay. Don't worry, I'm just having a miniature stroke. Okay, I know where I'm going. Oh yeah, these guys, they just blow up. Yeah. The jumpers become if they'll blow up in seconds. Oh, I wonder, is there anything in Sly's house? Okay, no. Just... I'm making my way to the stag station. But remember, the way below the stag station's cut off, so I have to go around. It cuts off 2 areas and make moving in this area a little bit harder when it comes to infected crossroads. The infection spreads. My time very important. Hey, at least I don't jump anymore. Yeah, sure, they got a ranged attack, but that's easy enough to dodge even if you're over them. Although those guys are annoying because they explode after death. Oh! Okay, so I got a king station. I think. Whatever, one of these will take me to the king's village. Okay. I'll also move towards the Coliseum of Fools because I can. Might even enter one of the competitions because I'm good at fighting Hornet just to mess with you guys. If I'm correct, the first one, there's 3 of them that you can enter. If I'm correct, it's either the first one or the second one. Gives you a notch, and it might be the second one that gives you a piece of pale ore, but I can guarantee you the third one, I forgot. Remember, do not leave me to write your guides. Or your will, for that matter. Because I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. I said that. I think you can get to the higher parts without the Monarch Wings. Oh wait, actually you just need the Acid tier. The Acid don't tier. Almost explicit. There is a way to check your percentage, but like you have to basically be at the end point of the game to see it. I wish there was a way after you did that, like it would tell you how much map you explored. Because to be honest, if it just told me how much map I explored, I would rush that almost immediately just to be able to get to that area. Like still I'd have to beat like most of the game, see most of the map to do that anyway. But yes, one of the most feared enemies. Actually, you know what? Before, I want to show you the most feared. Remember those guys in the Crossroads last Infected, the Forgotten? These guys. They shoot things, like just one. These are the most feared enemy in Hollow Knight. Because for some odd reason, they're gonna hit you. It's just a guarantee. They are one of the most feared enemies in Hollow Knight. And they're just the Aspid. It's a ancestral or ancient Aspid, I forget its name, but it's an older breed of the Aspid that went extinct. Some dumb reason. I don't know on it. Just went extinct. There. That's the reason. And they also get full 360 shots. Ah! Do you mind, sir? I'm trying to dream me on a corpse. What's down here? The City of Tears. Oh yes, the Tower of Love. Which requires a fancy key, which I know where it is. Oh yes, bugs in jars. That's the theme of the Tower of Love. Bugs in jars. And things in jars. Heck, there's a boss in here. When you get defeated by him, you so nice you put your shade in a jar. No, you can't dream nail and get some dialogue. Yes, it makes it really easy to dream nail, but there's no dialogue from your shade. It'd be interesting if there was something, even nothing dialogue. I 3 dots, because it's not a mind. It doesn't have a mind. It has a will, but not a mind. I'll talk about Void Lord later, but that's all you need to know about Void. What little I just spoke about in a couple seconds. Oh, by the way, the symbol on top of these stakes are one of the symbols that represents the King / Hollow Knights entirely. And no, the enemy, the hoppers that are going around, yeah, they're one of the feared, but there's a version of them that are more feared. I don't remember their name, but imagine the hoppers, the little hopping boys, except, you know, massive. Terribly sorry about that. I got interrupted by something, let's just say that. This mid-sentence. Or something like that. Never mind, anyway. Yes, I know I'm in the Kingdom's Edge. But, thank you for being so helpful, man. What would I ever do without you? We'll open up this shortcut. And then just shoo off the Colosseum of Fools. You're a fool, give me another chance. I'll prove your strength to you. I'll prove my strength to you. And the warrior finds their way into our fair Colosseum. Ours is the final destination for all seeking trials of intense and deadly combat. All one has to do is place their mark upon the trial board of choice, and lo, the arena gate will open. This is a small fee to tax each trial, but I'm sure skilled at combat as yourself has acquired a wealth of geo. Now, before you draw nail and rush eagerly to battle, I offer one quick word of advice. The warrior's pit just below, where others like yourself await their own trials, I strongly advise you rest up before placing up your mark. I have no doubt. I won't have no doubt. I'm a fearsome warrior myself. Don't go judging by my size or my current constraint. The Colosseum beckons as foe. I'll be back in battle soon. Make a contribution into the trial of the warrior. Yes, I will do that. As you can see, these bugs don't have the old eyes. They weren't affected by the infection at all. Very well. The new trial is open to you. I hope your performance is good. Okay, then I have to go to deep test. Well, actually. Heroin. You found it too, then. It's a perfect place. I'll be entering the battle, just taking a moment to rest. Although few could challenge me, I'm hoping this arena proves some sort of brutal challenge I'm after. You think the shell a defensive arm? I'll give you a fair warning. It conceals a deadly prize. Just prize. Pray you never find out what it is. I'll crush them all. Oh, and you. You'll see me at my deadly best. The perfect challenge. I can already taste my victory. What did you say, bro? Are we all fools? Why does it disturb me? This area was added in the God Home DLC. I've already forgotten its name. And obviously, she was one extra totem was added, idol, and one extra key. And this is where the extra key is. If I'm correct, we've collected 3 so far. That means there's 1 more. This is an interesting prospect, to say the least. Boss fight, I suppose you can say. They're only doing this way, just to avoid combat. Because, it gives them a chance to still run and also throw those. Thank goodness for the grub song. I really don't want to deal with her. Simple key. Pale Lurker, forgotten champion of the Colosseum, drawn away by strange desires. This odd creature is unaffected and unaware about the disease drifting through the caverns. Its madness is of its own. This Pale Lurker is presumed to actually be the champion of the king, implying that he was fine with the Colosseum of Fools. The reason it's implied is because of the name, Pale. Things to do with the king are all familiar with Pale or anything of his like. We don't know the connection between Pale or Hemdall. I think this is it for now. So, we copy Cafe Games, and goodbye. I hate the fact that this game makes my fans go brr, but I suppose it can't be like that. Or the money printing machine also go brr.